this movie is so much fun. Like, I was having a good time. Hello, welcome to Just My Thoughts. I'm your host, Khaleel Ward. On this episode, I'll be talking about The Tomorrow War, the new Amazon Prime movie starring Chris Pratt. The movie is about 2 hours and 15 minutes. Pratt is this former military guy. He's now a high school biology teacher. He loves science. That's very important in this movie, science. And one day he's with his family, who he also adores. He has a daughter and a wife. And these people show up on a soccer field, and they're like, we're from the future. We're in a war with non-humans, and we're losing. We need your help. So like a year passes, and they have like this worldwide draft where they're drafting civilian soldiers. They're sending 50% of the military, and everybody has to help. You know, all countries are involved to do this jump link. That's what it's called, where it takes you from the present day and sends you to the future. And we just need your help to defeat these monsters. So one day, Pratt's character, his name is Dan. He gets drafted, essentially. They put this big wristband thing on it, looked like a QB wrist thing. So it's to track him, you know, so he can't run away. He can't escape with his family. They track his movements. If he runs away, they take another family member in his place, and then he goes to jail. So he can't really go anywhere. And the trip is for 7 days, 7 days in the future. But a lot of people don't return. And the people who do return, they are really damaged psychologically. They have injuries. They have replacement parts and stuff like that. So, of course, his wife doesn't want him to go. And he goes. And he's there on the R team, which is the research team, because he's into science. So he's supposed to go there and essentially help them come up with a way to kill these things called white spikes. And it's really cool. Like, the setup, yeah, it's a little long, but it makes you care about what he's doing and care about his family and understanding his background, which comes to play later on in the movie. And when he goes, it's not a smooth ride, of course. It's a lot of death and destruction on arrival because it doesn't go as planned. And, you know, he has a mission when he gets there and things change. The white spikes, the bad guys, the creatures, they are cool. They're not like regular plain old aliens that we see in other movies. They are a little creepy. The way they're introduced is creepy. If you ever played The Last of Us, they do like a little clicking sound. You have the clickers in Last of Us. These creatures do like a clicking sound. So you hear them, but you don't see them. And that's scary. And when they do appear, you're like, what are they exactly? And they have these tentacles that shoot spikes at them. And it's cool. They're fast. They coordinate. They screech and talk to each other. And it's really cool watching them attack the humans. And they're not just plain old they're aliens, so they're scary. They're scary because they work together in a pack. And you see that a lot in this movie, that they really work together, and it's really cool. And I thought the movie did a good job. Even though it's 2 hours, I think we're rewarded for that 2 hours. My complaint with a lot of Netflix movies sometimes is that the movie just ends and you're like, wait a minute, there's more story to tell. And this movie, there was a point where it could have ended and it would have been like, it's missing something, but it keeps going. It's like another 45 minutes. And it's like, okay, we need this. We need these answers. Don't leave us hanging. Don't just leave it up to like, oh yeah, I guess he saves the day. But it continues the story, and it gives me the satisfaction of watching it, you know, through the end. Like, okay, this is what I needed. I needed this to feel good about it. And I'd seen another review where it was just bashing movie, saying the plot is confusing. It's not that confusing. Guy needs to go in the future and save the day. Simple enough for me. But I enjoyed the performances. I thought Chris Pratt was fantastic. It had some funny moments with some of the people he came across, because they are civilians and they're being trained to go to the future to fight aliens. So, of course, people are panicked and scared. So there were moments where it's funny, and I enjoyed that. And then there was moments where Chris Pratt had to be a hero, and he did that because he's a former military vet. There are moments where he has to explain, you know, going through the future and all this different time stuff that we've seen in previous movies, but he understands it because he is a scientist. So it works. The Tomorrow War, definitely watch it. I'm going to watch it again because it was a lot of fun. Yeah, it's 2 hours, but it flies by because you're going to be so invested in what's going on in this story. If you watched it, please let me know what you thought about it. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Deuces.